Hope and Carter's rival fashion house Zend, Ivy, and Elektra abandon Forrester? The Bold and the Beautiful reveal that Steffy Forrester is about to hit her breaking point. Whether Steffy ends up cutting Hope Logan's line, firing Carter Walton, or both, some huge changes are brewing at Forrester Creations. Could this lead to Hope and Carter taking their skills elsewhere? Although Carter and Hope had big plans at Forrester, they might change gears and explore their dreams in a whole new way. Carter may not be able to create the giant luxury conglomerate that he was looking for, at least not right now. However, Carter and Hope could team up on starting a rival design house. If Steffy cuts one or both of them loose at Forrester Creations, then some angry plans could bubble up for Hope and Carter. It's easy to imagine Carter and Hope thinking they can build a fashion house that's willing to be far more innovative. Would Zend Forrester Dominguez jump ship at Forrester Creations if Hope and Carter made the right pitch? It's possible Zend would be willing to come along for the ride. The same goes for Ivy Forrester and Elektra Forrester if Steffy continues to make things tough for them. You can bet Steffy won't be happy about Ridge Forrester ignoring her rejection of the revived jewelry line. Steffy may take her anger out on Ivy and veto every idea she tries to offer. It might become a difficult situation where there's absolutely no pleasing Steffy, so Ivy could get fed up. If Carter and Hope play their cards right, maybe they could make a talented team that includes Zend, Ivy, and Elektra for their rival fashion house. If Brooke Logan's relationship with Ridge falls apart, she could join them, too. As for how all this would be funded, Carter was already willing to offer up some of his own money to put in Forrester's future. Perhaps Carter could take that money and put it toward a business with Hope instead. Since Liam Spencer is trying to win Hope back, he might convince Bill Spencer to invest as part of a reunion strategy. Besides, this would be a good chance for Bill to flex his power against the Forresters, which he always enjoys. Will Spencer might also push Bill to invest if he sees this as a great opportunity for Elektra, the latest crush in his life. We might see Will follow Elektra over to Hope's team and pressure Bill to give the funds. Whatever the case, our B&B predictions hint that Steffy's feud with Hope is about to soar to new heights. So stick with us for reports on all the erupting conflict. Steffy puts Hope and Carter on notice. In the designer's office, Brooke explained to Steffy that she, Hope, and Carter were discussing Carter's idea for the company. Steffy said she had just talked his lofty ideas with Ridge and Eric. Carter asked what Ridge and Eric said. Carter stated that he knew he brought everyone a lot to think about and that it was quite a departure from the norm. Steffy agreed. Carter started countering how the risk would be worth it, and Hope chimed in to say that Carter's ideas were brilliant, exciting, and worthy of consideration. It's not surprising, Steffy said as she looked quizzically at Hope before turning back to Carter. Carter, I know we haven't seen eye to eye, but I say this as a friend. Be careful at Hope. I wouldn't be surprised that the only reason she's backing you is to keep her line alive, Steffy said. Hope told Steffy she was rude and said that Carter was her friend, as well. That's why he has my support, and I believe in him, Hope said. Carter claimed he wasn't the type of guy to get played. Carter and Hope began listing off the reasons they believed in one another and HFTF. Hope told Steffy the company needed to evolve, and Carter's idea was the answer. Steffy told Carter that Ridge and Eric respected his professionalism, but changing the fashion house into an international luxury brand was a tall order. She recommended that Carter talk to Ridge and Eric about it directly. I'm sure they will listen to you instead of just shutting you down, Hope added. Steffy asked Brooke and Carter to give her some space so she could speak with Hope. Love General Hospital, B&B, Days, or other soaps? Join the talk on our SC boards. Click here to meet with fans and dive into discussions now. Brooke and Carter went to the salon to continue their talk. She repeated that the last thing she thought she would see that day was Carter half-naked on top of her daughter. Brooke warned Carter that Hope's life was a mess, and she had been hurt many times. Carter said that if he were not who Hope deserved, then he would walk away. Carter told Brooke what he liked about Hope, but Brooke was worried. Brooke noticed that Hope didn't want to follow in her footsteps, but it seemed as though that was what she did. Brooke said Hope liked Thomas's loyalty, but wasn't in love with him enough to marry him. She said Hope was trying to make something of her life, but Steffi kept threatening to cut her line. Everything is personal with Steffi, Brooke added. Brooke told Carter that if he really wanted to be in Hope's life, he had to be all in. Carter promised Brooke that he would be there for Hope and that there would never be a day she wouldn't have his support. I can promise you that, Carter added. In the CEO's office, Eric told Ridge that he has always respected Carter's view, and it felt funny to go against him. They agreed that Carter's idea was very bold but not right for Forrester. Ivy and Electra interrupted by walking in. Ridge was happy to see them both, noting he hadn't seen Electra since she was in kindergarten. I'm so happy the two of you are here. The more Forresters here, the better, Eric said. Eric suggested that Ivy make her jewelry line pitch to Ridge. Ridge agreed he'd like to hear what Ivy had to say. Even though your daughter already turned it down? Ivy swiped. She told Ridge that she got the feeling that Steffi's less than warm views of her clouded Steffi's opinion. Ridge asked to see Ivy's portfolio and was pleased with her designs. Ivy explained to Ridge and Eric that Quinn had made unique designs for Forrester. Ridge said that she had grown a lot and he thought it would be smart to restart the jewelry line. Eric agreed that it would be a big mistake not to. Electra and Ivy were thrilled and grateful for their choice. Ridge promised everyone he would talk to Steffi. After they left, Brooke came in, and Ridge told her about the meeting with Eric, Ivy, and Electra. Brooke was thrilled that Ridge overruled Steffi's plan to reboot the jewelry line. She asked if he could also talk to Steffi about threatening Hope's line. Ridge told her it was a business choice and that HFTF's numbers were low. Brooke told Ridge that Steffi was only against HFTF because of how she felt about Hope. Ridge argued and said that he knew his daughter. Ridge told Brooke that Hope caused Steffi to be upset when she kissed Finn. So you don't think that's affecting Steffi's judgment? Brooke asked. I don't know, but I don't think so. It just can't happen again, Ridge said. Don't worry, it won't. Hope is no longer interested in Finn, Brooke mused. Across the hall, Steffi told Hope it didn't make sense that Carter was suddenly so defensive of her and HFTF. What's going on with the two of you? Steffi asked. Hope insisted that she and Carter were friends and colleagues who respected one another. Hope lectured how Carter cared about the company. Steffi said she always respected Carter's intelligence, but right now, not so much. Hope argued that the company should follow Carter's advice and grow. She said that Carter's feelings were never wrong and that he probably was afraid to share his big ideas because they would fall on deaf ears. Carter is always heard here. He is well respected in this company. He's part of our family, Steffi said tensely. Then you should believe in him, Hope snapped. Steffi asked if Hope believed in Carter because of his clever ideas or if it was a ploy to get HFTF off the chopping block. Hope gasped that Steffi was insulting and that, given her position, what she was asking was unethical. Doesn't make it untrue, Steffi said. She told Hope she knew what she was like and accused her of taking advantage of Thomas and going after Finn. I know exactly who you are. You'll do whatever it takes to get what you want. Hope said she made a mistake and reiterated that she did not have feelings for Finn. Let's not forget the only reason your line is alive right now is because of me, Steffi said as Carter stood in the doorway listening. Steffi warned Hope that if she ever went after Finn again, she and her line would be done. Enough! Carter bellowed as he entered the office. In front of Hope, Carter yelled at Steffi that she was using her position as co-CEO to scare Hope. What she did was wrong, but you can't use your power to punish her. This is what I'm talking about. The Forrester versus Logan crap is hurting the company, Carter added. Look at Brooke. Look at Hope. Stop threatening and belittling them, and start looking at the accomplishments they have made over the years. It's the very things you and everyone in this building benefit from, Carter snapped. Steffi took a step back and stared at Carter. I've always encouraged everyone to share their thoughts, but despite your feelings and the decisions I made as a CEO, I am still your boss. And some of the things you've been doing lately are pretty iffy, Carter. Defending Hope and Brooke isn't helping, Steffi said sternly. She turned to Hope and told her to stay away from Finn before leaving the office. Once alone, Carter and Hope grabbed each other. Steffi is way out of line, and I won't stand for it, Carter said. Hope strongly told Carter not to get in the middle of it. It's too late. I won't let her or anyone talk down to you. I meant what I said, I got your back. I'll always be here to protect you, Hope, Carter insisted. Sheila stirs up a scare. Sheila Carter, Kimberlin Brown, has gotten into the festive mood. While some think of the last part of the year based around warm and fuzzy feelings of gratitude and giving, Sheila's favorite holiday is Halloween. Love General Hospital, B&B, Days, or other soaps? Join the talk on our SC boards. Click here to meet with fans and dive into discussions now. To celebrate, Sheila decks the halls of Il Giardino with Halloween decorations and dresses in a witch outfit. Last week, Brooke, Catherine Kelly Lang, visited Deacon, Sean Cannon, and shared with him her complaints and fears about Steffi, Jacqueline McInnes Wood. While she recognized that Hope conjured up some of Steffi's wrath by kissing Finn, Tanner Novlin, Brooke felt that constantly being threatened to have her line cut was very hard on Hope. Brooke shared with Deacon that Carter, Lawrence St. Victor, had particularly backed their daughter lately, not just about Hope for the future, but Carter seemed to value Hope as well. Deacon enjoyed knowing that Carter was looking out for Hope and wanted to treat him to something special the next time he was at Il Giardino. When Carter comes to the restaurant, his nerves are already shot. Will he enjoy Sheila's enthusiasm for the holiday? Carter will have a captive audience when it comes to talking about Steffi, especially when it involves Hope. Will hearing about Steffi's fight with Hope fire up Sheila and Deacon? Will it give Sheila a reason to resurrect her own feud with Steffi? Trick or treats at the office. Ivy, Ashley Brewer, was given a fast no to her pitch when Steffi felt attacked. When Steffi finds out that Ivy went behind her back to Ridge, Torsten K., it won't go over very well. Steffi has insisted that there was no budget to take on Ivy's jewelry line while towing the line for the Flailing Hope for the Future collection. With Carter constantly challenging her position and Ivy going over her head, Steffi might not be feeling too generous when Ridge tells her that he is taking Ivy and Elektra on board. On Thursday, Steffi is driven by anger and takes a bold executive action that will ripple through the entire company, changing everything in its wake. Steffi's revenge over Hope's move on Finn, Sheila's Halloween spirit. The Bold and the Beautiful tell that Carter Walton will head to Il Giardino, where Deacon Sharp will thank him for all the support he's been showing Hope Logan lately. Carter will tell Deacon that he truly believes in Hope and her line. Ridge Forrester couldn't give Carter a yes on his global luxury brand plans just yet, but Carter will still hope for good updates soon. The sky's the limit for Forrester Creations as far as Carter's concerned, and he'll have big dreams for Hope to be part of all the action. As for Sheila Carter, she'll get in the Halloween spirit by wearing a witch outfit and showing off all the creepy decorations at the restaurant, including a bubbling cauldron. Sheila will also have some scary treats she's whipped up, so she'll encourage Carter to sample them and fully enjoy the fun of the holiday. Meanwhile, B&B say chaos will explode back at Forrester Creations. In the design office, Hope was trying on lingerie with Carter in mind, but she came around the change screen, tripped and fell on John Finnegan. This was really just a freak accident and a case of bad timing since Finn just happened to be there dropping off Steffy Forrester's, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, forgotten tablet. Of course, Steffy walked in at exactly the wrong moment, so now she thinks Hope has thrown herself at Finn once more. The sight of Hope on top of Finn had to be pretty terrifying for Steffy. Despite Hope's frantic efforts to explain, Steffy won't want to hear it. Since Steffy already told Hope about the consequences she'd face if she crossed the line with Finn again, it looks like she'll cut Hope's line on the spot. Steffy may even take things a step further and totally fire Hope from the company. It's clear that Steffy will be more fired up than ever, so she'll make a bold move in anger, and it could mean bad news for Hope. The Bold and the Beautiful say Carter may rush to Hope's defense eventually, but our predictions hint that he won't be able to undo the damage. Steffy spots Hope and Finn's desk romp, misunderstands accidental fall. The Bold and the Beautiful shows that Taylor Hayes had some positive hard updates for Ridge Forrester. Dr. Grace Buckingham liked where her numbers were going and was pleased over her work with Chandra the Healer. Meanwhile, Brooke Logan caught Carter Walton in another close moment with Hope Logan, but then Carter made his way to the CEO office. Although Carter pressured Ridge for an answer about the global luxury brand growth plans, Ridge couldn't give him one yet. Steffy Forrester and Eric Forrester had a say in all this, so Ridge could only tell Carter that they'd make a choice soon. Back with Hope, she talked to Brooke about Steffy threatening to end Hope for the future if she crossed the line with John Finnegan again. Brooke assumed Steffy didn't have to think about that anymore now that Hope was interested in Carter. At the Cliff House, Steffy vented to Finn about the tension at the office, and how bizarre it was for Carter to become Hope's biggest champion. From Steffy's view, it seemed like Hope had gotten into Carter's head somehow. Finn promised Steffy of his support and suggested they could leave all the work stress behind when they came home to each other every day. As for Hope and the chance that she'd cross the line again, Finn didn't think Steffy had to worry about that. Once Steffy left for Forrester Creations on Wednesday's B&B show, Finn saw that she'd forgotten her tablet and decided to take it to her. In the design office, Hope flashed back to a talk with Carter about modeling lingerie, so she went behind the changing screen to try something skimpy on. Finn arrived and knocked something over as he tried to leave a note for Steffy about her tablet. Hope assumed Carter was back, so she told him to lock the door and emerged half-dressed. Suddenly, Hope tripped and fell on top of Finn, which pinned him down on the desk. Steffy walked in and freaked out as she shouted for Hope to get off her husband right now. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say this misunderstanding will cause major problems at Forrester Creations, so stick with us for more guesses on the fallout and all the crazy news to come. Decoding Hope's headaches, a clever ruse or a dropped medical plotline? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers and updates show Hope Logan appears to be thriving ever since her exciting romance with Carter Walton began. With a newfound sense of purpose and a passionate partner by her side, those annoying headaches that once plagued her have completely vanished. The Bold and the Beautiful, why have Hope Logan's headaches suddenly disappeared? We must explore the reasons behind Hope's increased relief from headaches. One significant factor could be Carter's unwavering support, which surely alleviates stress and provides comfort. Yet, even John Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, found himself questioning the authenticity of Hope's pain after she played with him. It's understandable that Finn might think Hope was merely pretending, especially given her admiration for his miraculous touch. Of course, the problem could have been psychosomatic as well. Nevertheless, it appeared that Hope truly suffered from debilitating headaches for an extended time. Many fans of B&B speculated that the show was preparing to delve into a medical storyline that would put light on Hope's unusual behavior. B&B Taylor Hayes got a medical storyline, but not Hope Logan. Hope has certainly taken a wild turn over the past year. There may have been a plot involving something serious, like a brain tumor, but it seems that idea was abandoned. Instead, Taylor Hayes is the one with the medical storyline, although it doesn't seem to be as bad as she feared. Alternatively, the headaches could have simply served as a narrative device during her love interest in Finn. With no need for his massages and support, there's little reason for those headaches. Fortunately, Hope is growing now that she's focused on Carter. While we anticipate that both Carter and Hope will face increased stress in the near future, we don't foresee Hope's headaches making a comeback amidst the unfolding drama. The bold and the beautiful Steffy Forrester will still cause problems. However, Steffy Forrester will still cause problems for Hope, as she has already been upset at Cope getting closer, and being her biggest cheerleader. Steffy is very determined about cutting Hope's line, Hope for the future, but it seems like it's more personal than about the budget, and Carter will call her on it. Steffy will be angry enough by the end of the week to take a bold executive action that will cause a ripple effect throughout the company. Everything in Forrester Creations will change, because of Steffy's angry move. To make matters worse, Ridge Forrester, Torsten K., will back her, throwing the balance of power into chaos. Steffy's power trip fallout, Brooke's fury, Taylor's chance with Ridge. The Bold and the Beautiful show that Ridge Forrester's choice will unleash a wave of chaos at Forrester Creations. Once Ridge throws his support behind Steffy Forrester's stunning shakeup, their actions will bring some serious fallout. Steffy has been threatening to stop Hope for the future for what feels like forever, so it won't be surprising if she finally gets rid of Hope Logan's, Annika Noel, line. Carter Walton's COO job could be at risk as well. Regardless, Ridge's choice to back Steffy up will come as quite a shock to several key players at Forrester. Brooke Logan will no doubt blow up at Ridge in the aftermath, but it looks like he'll stand his ground. That could lead to Ridge and Brooke having some problems in their personal friendship. It may be tough for Brooke and Ridge to keep that part of their lives separate from all the work drama. Once Ridge and Brooke are at odds, that could also make it easier for Taylor Hayes to swoop in and comfort her ex. Taylor may provide the comfort Ridge needs, so this could pave the way for a kiss or even something more. As for Hope and Carter, they may make a deal to stick together. Carter and Hope might end up pursuing other chances outside of Forrester Creations once Steffy lays down the law. Whatever the case, Carter and Hope still haven't had a chance to hit the sheets just yet. Once everything settles down, Hope and Carter might connect on a deeper level for their first time together. Liam Spencer is still hoping he can reunite with his ex-wife, but he isn't in the loop on Hope and Carter's romance at this point. It'll be interesting to see when that shocker strikes and whether Liam will surrender or just fight harder for Hope. Finally, Will Spencer is sure to have another encounter with the girl of his dreams sooner or later. Elektra Forrester may cross paths with Will once again and give some good news since Ridge approved the revived jewelry line. Our B&B predictions point to Will becoming increasingly smitten with Elektra in the coming episodes, so stay tuned for reports on their flying sparks. The Bold and the Beautiful say Elektra and Will could have a bright future ahead, but there'll surely be some obstacles along the way. CDL will have other terrific Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, predictions, updates, and news to read up on, so make us your top B&B source. Steffy stumbles into a startling sight at work, and Carter demands an answer from Ridge. Taylor requests that Ridge tell Steffy that she was there in Forrester's main office. She doesn't want to interfere, but Ridge begs her to stay. She thanks Ridge for all his texts when he persuades her. He wished for her to understand that she is not alone in this. Further, B&B artist hints to upcoming aftershocks. Taylor gives Ridge a report on her most recent trip to Grace Buckingham. She was excited by their work with Chandra and likes her numbers. Ridge says he will always remember the encounter. "We cherish you," he says Taylor, describing the chance of losing her. Hope tells Carter in the design office that she admires him for his bold plans for the business and his ability to face Steffi. Carter laughs. He thinks Steffi is great, but she needs to move on. Ridge and Eric's approval of the jewelry line is reviewed. Steffi will now need to get along with someone else she hates, according to Hope. She might feel less stressed and receive half as many threats if Ivy is around. She cannot be threatening anyone, according to Carter. She warns him about what happens when he sees lingerie, because he imagines her wearing it. He approaches the clothes rack. Brooke enters and tells them to be careful, just as they are about to kiss. Hope tells her mother that she and Hope for the future were threatened by Steffi once more. Hope tells her that Steffi is on the warpath and reiterates her warning that she would terminate her relationship with Finn if she crossed a boundary. Brooke imagines that she is no longer worried about that. "No, she doesn't," Hope says with a smile to Carter. Steffi Forrester's breaking point. Will she cut Hope and Carter loose? The tension builds. Describe how Steffi's patience is wearing thin with Hope's line and Carter's ambitions. The ultimatum, Steffi's threats to Hope's line, and the implications for Carter's ideas. Impact on Forrester Creations. Speculate on how Steffi's actions could affect the company's image and staff morale. Section 2. Hope and Carter's decision, dreaming of an innovative new brand. A new vision. Hope's hopes for freedom to experiment. Carter's dream of a luxury fashion brand. Strategic choices. Why leaving Forrester might appeal to them, despite the risks. Plotting the future. Describe initial ideas they might explore for their new brand. Zen's choice, joining a new fashion empire? Zen's frustration at Forrester, how he's grown tired of limited creative freedom under Steffi's leadership. Hope and Carter's pitch, how they might lure Zen with promises of greater freedom and innovation. The impact on Forrester Creations, how losing Zen could affect the family dynamics and Steffi's authority. Ivy and Electra's growing frustrations, walking away from Forrester? Steffi's roadblocks for Ivy, how Steffi's hostility toward Ivy's jewelry line pushes Ivy away. Electra's role, speculate on Electra's background and how Steffi's leadership might not mesh well with her ambitions. Why Ivy and Electra would defect, outline what Hope and Carter could offer that Forrester doesn't. The funding question, Bill Spencer and Will's influence. Bill's opportunity for power, how Bill might relish the chance to invest in a company competing with Forrester. Will's motivation, Will's interest in Electra, and how he might sway Bill to fund the new venture. The Spencer-Forrester rivalry, potential new chapters in Bill's ongoing desire to outshine the Forresters. Ridge's role in the growing conflict. Supporting Carter or Steffi? Ridge's loyalty and where he stands amid the conflict. Ridge's relationship with Brooke, how Brooke might try to influence Ridge's decisions regarding Hope. Ridge's conflict, Ridge's torn feelings about the rivalry and his family's reputation. Brooke's influence, torn between family and ambition. Brooke's loyalty to Hope, speculate on Brooke's feelings if Hope leaves Forrester. Joining the rival team? Explore the possibility of Brooke supporting Hope financially or with connections. Brooke and Ridge's fracturing relationship, the possible fallout if Brooke aligns with Hope. Liam's attempt to win back Hope, pulling in Bill's support. Liam's loyalty, describe how Liam might attempt to protect Hope by convincing Bill to invest. The Spencer-Logan bond, how Bill's investment might affect Liam and Hope's relationship. Hope's reaction, speculate on Hope's feelings about Liam's interference. Steffi's final move, pushing out Hope and Carter for good? Steffi's ultimatum, describe Steffi's possible decision to end HFTF and what this would mean for Carter's role. Implications for Forrester Creations, The likely effects on other Forrester lines if this change occurs. A dramatic showdown, highlight potential scenes with Steffi confronting Hope and Carter. Section 10, the launch of a rival fashion house, a dream realized. Hope and Carter's new team, House End, Ivy, and Elektra might help shape the new brand. The unveiling of a vision, describe the initial launch of their rival fashion house, perhaps with a press conference or fashion show. A new era in fashion,